If I leave here tomorrow, will you still remember me? What's going on, gang? I'm Viper.
I'm Rumpo.
And we are Fireteam Hooligan of BattleChatterOnline.com. Welcome back, friends and neighbors, to the Prima Games Tactical Tune-Up. Last time we kicked off our little series of strategies and some of the tactics that we use on the battlefields of Battlefield 3 when we are playing Conquest. So we thought we would continue with that theme. Last time we talked about Operation Metro. This time we go to the Caspian border. And we've also discussed this in the past where the Caspian border is, and I'm not going to get into it right now, but look it up on your Google Earth there.
That got awkward.
It did get kind of awkward. But anyway, sit back and relax. For the next 4 or 5 minutes, we're going to give you guys some tips to help you out on Caspian Border when you are playing Conquest. We told you last time it was Operation Choke Point. This time it is Operation Bravo Charlie.
Operation Bravo Charlie, as I'm sure many of the people who've watched our videos know, we do not call out objectives as A, B, C, or D, simply because it's very easy to mishear or mispronounce and get confused on the battlefield. So you need to be clear and concise. So we like to go phonetically. So we use Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta when we're talking about our objectives in Conquest. So Operation Bravo Charlie refers to the objectives Bravo and Charlie. This goes back to simplifying your role on the battlefield. So we've decided that if you were to take 2 people out of a squad and have those 2 people do nothing else except pay attention to Bravo and Charlie on Caspian Border, basically trying to be a thorn in the enemy's side. Ideally, you want to control these 2 points at all times, but realistically, what you need to do is to constantly be working towards controlling these 2 points at all times. The logic behind this is that the rest of your team should be able to capture and control one other nav or one other objective, thus giving you 3 the advantage and eventually the win.
On Operation Metro, obviously, there are no vehicles to be concerned with. On Caspian Border, however, there are several vehicles to be worried about, so that makes capturing and controlling Bravo and Charlie even more important. Alpha and Delta, depending on which side you spawn on again, those navs are going to be controlled, mainly because they are entry points into the battlefield, the main battle space. If you're Russian, you are going to have to pass Delta in order to get to the other navs. If you spawn as the American Marines, then you, of course, have to pass Alpha in order to get to the rest of the battle space. So I can't stress enough how important Bravo and Charlie become when you're playing Caspian Border Conquest. Typically, I am in a tank or some sort of vehicle. You, however, are usually the linchpin that holds together Operation Bravo Charlie on this map. What suggestions would you give to a couple of infantrymen?
First of all, I think it's going to come down to you need to be loaded out appropriately, and this is probably one of the only times that I would say not to bring a repair tool as an engineer. But if you're going to be concerning yourself with Operation Bravo Charlie and controlling those 2 objectives, I would highly suggest having the SMA or the RPG and also anti-tank mines. Now, the anti-tank mines, oftentimes they get spotted before a tank is able to infiltrate the area, but what they do is act as a roadblock. They slow that tank down. When they slow that tank down, that gives you an opportunity to communicate to the other members of your squad. In most cases, I would call that tank to Viper and say, "Hey V, we have a tank at Charlie. Can you please get up here and give us a hand?" Those tank mines, they might buy you 15-20 seconds. That's enough time for him to head that way, and you can maintain control of Charlie or Bravo depending on which nav is in duress. If you have someone in a jet, which usually we do have somebody in a jet as well, they can also splash that target with rockets or whatever they have equipped in their air vehicle. So I would highly suggest RPGs. I would suggest anti-tank mines. You probably want to load yourself out with the squad perk of explosives so that you have lots of those. And you might also want a medium to long range carbine so that you can deal with people at decent distances as well.
And it's very important to remember, just like I mentioned, since I'm the vehicle guy, Bravo and Charlie are both very difficult to traverse in a vehicle. So if you're in a tank, not only do you have to go uphill at Charlie, but if you're going to go to Bravo, you have to navigate through thick foliage and, well, basically a forest. Those are just 2 more reasons why these 2 nav points are so important. If you can get them and maintain control of them most of the match, as my colleague pointed out, you have a much better chance of succeeding on Caspian Border Conquest. So there you go, Operation Bravo Charlie. We hope this helps you out. It works for us. Let us know if it works for you down there in the comments. Like the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel if you have not. If you have, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate it. Please network with us via Twitter, Facebook, and of course, BattleChatterOnline.com. Don't forget to pick up the official Prima Games Battlefield 3 strategy guide or visit primagames.com where you can purchase the official Prima Games Battlefield 3 e-guide to instantly have tons of tactical tidbits right there at your fingertips. Prima Games! Strategy where, when, and how you want it. For Prima Games and everybody at Battle Chatter Online, I'm Viper.
I'm Rumpo.
We are Fireteam Hooligan from BattleChatterOnline.com. As usual, doom on you, Mr. Tango.